Thanks, John. This is the conclusion of the Keystone Center's science panels that are focused on the baseline studies, at least the sessions. Our next step is to write a report that's based on the input from all of the science panels that we've held starting back in October, that were focused on the most of the baseline studies, and then concluding with this one. We're going to put together a report where we'll ask the science panel members to go home, think about their recommendations a little bit, get their thoughts together, and actually write this up for us. And so they'll be writing a section of the final report. So we're currently working on that. I think we were hoping to have that out before today, but it's been more of a challenge kind of getting it together than we anticipated. So we will send everybody who's on our mailing list a note when it's finally ready to be released, and we'll reproduce it in hard copies, and we'll also make it available on our website. So one of the questions that's come up is whether the Keystone Center is required to allow Pebble to review our report before it comes out, and the answer is no, we won't do that. Pebble's actually anxious to get this information because I think that their consultants are in some ways anxious to start on some of this work. So unfortunately, we may be missing a summer field season in terms of the timing, but I think that as Charlotte's indicated and other people have indicated, this is sort of an ongoing process. So this information will be worked into to the Pebble's ongoing field studies to the extent possible. So we'll have to see where that goes. The Keystone Center is also hoping to do another panel. We're still exploring another possible panel. We haven't worked out the details on that yet, but that would be focused more on the mine plan when it's released, and so we've tried to keep those two things kind of separate because the mine plan doesn't exist. So anyway, that's kind of where we are. We're hoping to get this report out sometime in the next couple of months, and we will let you all know. So again, and I want to reiterate what John said and thank the panel members and what Milo said, thanking the panel members for their time and the amount of effort that they put into this. I also want to thank Milo for his work and for the other Science Advisory Committee members who have stayed with this project since 2009. So Kirk and Rod are here and are still, and Philip Verplank still very much involved in it. Elizabeth Andrews, who was our other Science Advisory Committee member, is actually now working with FEMA, and she is an anthropologist, and she gets pulled away on various natural disasters that are going on around the country. So she hasn't been playing as much of an active role. She was working on these flooding issues in Alaska when that was occurring. She's been out on the East Coast dealing with hurricane relief, and so she's still pretty invested in that kind of work. But she stays in touch with us, and she will continue to be a part of our Science Advisory Committee moving forward. So finally, I'd like to thank the Keystone staff for their work, and the library and the other people who've helped us along the way, and particularly Pebble, as many of you pointed out, for enabling this to happen and for working for agreeing to the Keystone Center's terms, which is basically our independence and our ability to work the way we do to put together independent scientific review. So we're very grateful for that, and we will be following up with all of you. So thank you again for your attention and time, and we're going to get out an hour early because it's a nice day outside. So let's take advantage of that. Thank you.